hopefully my phone won't fall over. But I'm just gonna speak like like if I was speaking to you in private. Somebody wanted me to do this. You know, people that are around me, that's very few that see things the way they are. You know, what you're going through and what you will go through on this journey out of this world. Listen, the hardest thing to do is to go against everything you've ever known. You know? You know, it's like a buddy of mine called me last night. Let me use this as an example. Because you got to use examples with people. Of your experience, you don't get to go, well, let me go to this book. Well, that's what the book says. I'm the expert. You're full of shit. You know, we grew up together. And there's some serious shit going on right now in my life, in this life, right now, in this physical cavity. And there's nothing anybody can say. Anybody that's professional, you're going to lay it all out and do an inventory. You know, but anyways, my buddy was like, well, it's because you talk all that crazy stuff. And that's when the door opened up. And I said, and this is for you too. And I said, do you remember about 2 years ago, whenever me and Sean went to the foot of that melted structure that y'all keep saying is a mountain? And Sean went. Yeah. And I said, well, he went and witnessed that it's like melted shit that you can't even wrap your brain around. And I said, that's the whole point. I said, you were not even willing to even be open-minded to go and see. I said, do you realize that? Because they all know how much of a fuck up I was. And this guy was the one that came to see me when I was in ICU. Yeah, for drinking. I remember not one fucking person came up there except him. That's how bad it was at that time. That's how bad that the alcohol gets. You know, and see, and that's the thing, is my family still sees me as the person in that hospital bed that they never came to see. But he was standing there, JR. And I'll never forget it. He was like, you do know you're in ICU for drinking, you know. But listen, me and him talked about his Dr. Pepper because he was talking about his urine. And I said, that's your sodas, because he's a Dr. Pepper baby. So little things that I've told him, you know, over the years, he's starting to open his mind up. But I said, listen, I said, do you not remember us being fucking children and going to, that's when Mortal Kombat and these video games, arcade games, that was right after pinball. You know, but we used to go, and he had all the new shit. You know, because his dad knew what the fuck he was doing. But you know, the video games. And I said, can you not see how they were designed to keep us inside and to, you know, because I'm the one that got out of them. He still plays them some, and he did there for a while back, all the way up into the 40s. And I said, do you remember going to Walmart and playing Mortal Kombat? Because the Walmart here was open 24/7 a long time ago, and they had a Mortal Kombat arcade game out in the lobby. And we used to go to the mall back when you put the quarters on the machines, you know. And I mean, it was fucking packed. That's how much energy that game brought. And that's what it did, is it was set up in each little town, you know. And truthfully, we would sneak out from his house, and it'd fucking be 3 in the morning, and we'd be sitting in there playing that game, because his dad had a little machine thing, so he had shit. There's no telling how much money and quarters he had. And so he'd just take some rolls. And Red was the chief of police. He come up there at one night and come in Walmart and was like, does y'all's dads know y'all are up here at 3 in the morning? Because this is back when we was like 13 or 14. Oh yeah, hell yeah. They didn't know. But the thing was, I said, JR, do you see how that experience alone has kept you in the mindset of being inside? I said, your brain has been developed inside. Do not close the ideal off that you could be lied to. That's my whole point. I said, everything that I have tried to get you to do, you have shut off. And when people start to see that, that's my whole thing is because with him, this shit has taken years. Because even Sean is blown away. And Sean's fucking very smart, but he's intellectual and he's got to get rid of that worldly shit. He doesn't know that he's holding on to the shit. He's got, man, once he's fucking really opens up, but you got to cross that bridge of fucking pain. There's no telling what will come through him. You know, but the whole thing was, and I said, look, you know, we've showed you stones like these that I have are so blatant. You know, and I said, what did you do? You looked right at it and then just turned away and said, yeah, that's weird, and walked off. And I said, that's a video game brain. And this guy ain't no dummy. We ain't no dummies. These ones that, then these are fuck ups. Well, we're not, but to the world. Do you understand what I'm saying? And see, I told him and I said, quit following the norm. It's just like when he started getting on the news thing. You know, well, I watch Fox, and I said, that means 666 in gematria. F-O-X, that breaks down to 6. And then Fox Moving Company with their pentagram, with their fucking logo upside, oh yeah, it's real. He doesn't understand that. And that's the whole thing is he's a perfect example of somebody that thinks they know some shit and they don't know nothing. Nothing at all, because they are closed-minded. They will not open themselves up to anything other than what they've been programmed with. And I said, think about, we used to play Space Invaders a shit ton. And see, he was one of these first fucking little dudes that had satellites. And his dad had one of them fucking phones that were literally like that big, you know. I mean, his dad was the shit. He could build anything. And, you know, but when his damn family wasn't there, we would fucking be turning that satellite, not even knowing that it's just a signal right up there, you know, on porn or something, you know. And seeing, I said, and that shit got us going into the girls' direction, because he was a womanizer just like I was, and all that shit got going early. And I said, you've got to start learning how, you know, early in life we programmed ourselves, you know, for the journey ahead of us and for our thinking too. And I said, but not many people are going to listen. They're not going to look, you know. And our whole point is to not be closed-minded. Don't be a 5-year-old. That's what I told him too. Because I mean, you can just blast them, and they don't have it in here. That's my whole point with the people. Listen, when you struggle to hear something, because this is not me. This is years and years of input coming out of truth and knowledge and deception, that, you know, because my temple, my anatomy is literally almost a decade away from Cersei, which is pharmakia, which is black magic. And sodas. I hadn't had a soda in 37 years. So that's one of the main reasons too, because everybody drinks them. I don't. It's been 37 years, and it's been over 5 years with the news. There's a shit ton of streaks that we're on. And see, that's the thing. The people disregard, you know what I mean? It's fucked up. Think about hearing that on Good Morning America. Here's a guy, 10 years against pharmacia. Doesn't drink sodas, doesn't do this and that. It would crush their industry. We already know that. And we know that our shit is being flushed out, buddy. We will not get nowhere. But they will allow us to get a few more to not perish forever. Because truthfully, they got to corrupt me. Just like Bane says in Batman, when the pride of Batman, just kill me. And he goes, oh no, that's too easy. I'm going to torture your soul. And truthfully, through all this bullshit that everybody keeps telling me is real, it creates more of torture on the soul when they go over. Yeah, listen. I'll save that. I'll save it. Because your soul and your Holy Spirit, you have an impulse, which is a current, and there's currents, and there's lights, circuits. That's why they have circuit court, and you're charged. It's because it has to do with water, and it has to do with power. It's just like the fascia. You can't fucking do nothing with one stick. It'll break. So when you put a bunch of them together, like a bunch of families, and then wrap that shit up tight, then you can crush the enemy with an axe head on the end of it. And then we can make an Abraham Lincoln statue with the fascia on each side of it. Then we can have it in one of our houses to where we have the president speaking between the fascia. It's so fucking dumb once you get out of it. You know, it is. And I'm sure they get so ate up when a goy like someone like me just blasted. You know. Because listen, you can get to a point, I'm telling you, it's not just me, it's you too. If you allow yourself to be open, you'll get here. And they can't have that because they got y'all in a cube. You're only 2 dimension. A cube can only see 2 dimensions, and that's why Saturn represents the cube. And TV's a cube, and everything is. Walmart logo, all of it, every bit of it. And the humans now, you're supposed to see 6 dimensions, and you only see 2. It's a whole thing. Arimon's just a 2-dimensional, but he only sees one way, which would be the system that y'all are in. Which would be, let's get up and go spend everything that we got and get worse. Yeah, it's insane. These dumbasses don't even know. See, when you're open to everything, then you'll see how whatever it is you eat doesn't have warning labels on it. And if you chop it up and feed it to plants, it kills them. There's your careers, you fucking fake-ass doctors, and lawyers, and all you fake-ass people against us. I'm against the physical form, which would be an Arimonic nature in you. I'm not against what's truly in you. Because they'll say, you'll get into these fucking clone videos and this crazy shit, and it's like, let me tell you something right now. What's going on with me can't happen with a clone. Whatever. It's like, that can't happen. But then again, you look into the incubators at the world's fairs. Hell, there's fucking things that sits up there and it says a sign. What does it say? Somehow baby in 12 months. I can't remember if it's like, so what are they saying? Like they can rapidly produce a baby faster? I still don't. I hadn't looked into all that because I got to get out. I told some people and I'm like, I ain't getting into it. My journey, which is very powerful, is not pulling me in that direction. You know, because these people are like for fucking cloning and all this other shit and reptilian. And I'm like, yeah, I understand all that. Reptilian, it can be your brain, though. That's your animal brain. Okay? And these motherfuckers don't know that. They don't know that side. And I keep telling them, they're just like JR. I'm like, see, it doesn't matter. Even the people that are fucking they're awake, they won't even look over there. And it's like, if you'll look over there, that shit you're in, you'll tie it in even more. And that's what I'm saying. Everybody creates their own fucking prison. Just like that song says, my own prison. Should have been dead on a Sunday morning, banging my head. They just don't get it, man. You know, and that's the thing for you is I tell people, I'm like, you're closed-minded. You're very disturbing for an individual. And when I'm very upfront with people, it fucks them up because they're not prepared for it. This morning I talked to somebody and this is the mode that they went into. Blah, 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 forever. And then went outside and they were fixing to walk outside doing that same shit. And it's just like, and that's your leader. It's a childish society. It's just like this fucking little bitty girl right here. She was literally 2 feet from my ass in that car. All I had to do, and she was looking over that way, all I had to do was tap my brakes and fucked her whole world up. And see, and there's people out riding around doing that shit, trying to get into some shit. And the people that control this thing want that to happen. See, when you create, destructive capitalism, think about it. You have all these natural disasters. Well, the insurance companies can't fucking afford it anymore. Well, the government takes it over. And guess what? Now all of your titles and all that other shit, the government owns. And if you don't comply, then guess what? We're taking your shit. Do you not see how easy that is? Lyndon B. Johnson said, "He who controls the future controls the weather." Or vice versa, it doesn't matter. When you point that out to people, it's like, why would he say that? I don't know, Matt, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to have an orgy with the world today. Ha ha. You didn't hear what I said. I don't care, Matt. We're millionaires and we're fucking dumb. It's disgusting. This fucking world, boy, I'm going to tell you right now, though, if I do get some shit go my way, I'm literally going to have to not slow down, but I'll have to create that website, and then we'll fucking unload on it. I love you.